Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to my channel, Lovely Moments Creating. If you are new here, welcome and thank you so much for stopping by. My name is Jenny, and on this channel I create lovely DIYs using mostly items that I find at the Dollar Tree because I try to keep my DIYs budget friendly but easy to do. I just want to take a moment to say thank you to everyone who have shown me nothing but support and love on this channel. This is what togetherness looks like. I know right now there's a lot going on, but this is the time where we have to love each other, and I love you all. Peace will reign, joy will come, but the only way to it is through it, and through it together. So I'm sharing with you guys today some inspired DIYs that I created using some Dollar Tree items. So if you want to see what I came up with, then keep watching. Again, I would like to say thank you so much. On this channel, I have seen nothing but love and support. And I know right now a lot of people are not feeling supported, loved, or united. So I want to say thank you to all of the people who is displaying the goodness. I see it, I feel it, and I'm sharing it. So thank you, and I appreciate you all. This first DIY, I will be using a lot of items, but it's going to be pretty easy to do. I just chose a bunch of different floral bunches out of my craft stash because I just wanted to use a little bit of everything for this DIY. So I will be using some of all of these floral bunches, as well as I have some other items here. I will be using two of these little succulents that's in the pots. I also have one of these clip-on succulents that I'll be using. I have two of these little ceramic pots, and I will be using 10 of these little crates here for this first DIY. And so all of the items that I'll be using all came from the Dollar Tree, and so I'm excited about that. So what I'm going to do first is I am going to assemble all of these little crates in the position that I am going to glue them together with using my hot glue. What I like about this DIY is you can design these crates in any form that you like. This is just what I came up with, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my hot glue gun and I'm going to glue everything together. As you can see, I have everything glued down. I'm going to turn it around so you can see what the planter looked like. So I did like this design. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to take the planter. I'm going to remove these succulents because I'm going to be painting over these little pots as well as these two little pots. And I'm going to go in with the color for the planter, this chalk paint in the color Elephant. And I'll be using some of this ivory green acrylic paint as well as this brown chalk paint for the little pots. And so now that everything has been painted, this is what it looks like. I originally was going to go in with my brown paint for the planter, but I do have gray decor in my living room, so I went with the elephant color. With these here, I usually take the shine off, but I wanted a little shine to peek through, so I went over them first with the brown chalk paint, and then I went over it with the green acrylic paint. And now what I'm going to do is I am going to prepare my decor for this planter. I'll be using some of these Dollar Tree foam blocks as well as some of this moss. And now I'm going to get started with just clipping all of my stems off of the bunches, and I'm going to do this to all of my floral pieces. Now that I have everything clipped off, I'm going to add in my little floral pieces to these little pots. And now I'm going to add my floral to the planters. I'm going to go in with my little foam blocks, and then later I'm going to add some of that moss around it so you won't see the foam pieces. And then I'm just going to go in and add these little succulents. As you can see, I've added my floral. I glued down the little succulents and I added my florals, and I'm going to go in with a little bit more of that moss to cover up the foam blocks. And I'm just going to sit my little pots right inside of the crates, and then I'm going to go in with that succulent. I'm going to take off the clip part because I don't need that, and then I'm going to glue the succulent down inside of the last crate. And this is what it is looking like. I'm just going to go in with a little bit more moss to hide the foam blocks, but this part of the DIY is turning out cute. I'm going to get ready with the second part of this DIY, and I may use these letters, but I may switch these out. So I'll be using some of the Dollar Tree smaller letters. I have 2 of these greeneries from the Dollar Tree, and I will be using some of these pieces off of these Dollar Tree Easter signs. I'll be using just the square pieces off of both of these. So I'll be using 4 square pieces. And I've already started on the first one, and what I did was I just added some glue, and I'm just gluing the 2 square pieces facing each other. And now I'm going to paint these. I'm going to paint one using my moss color chalk paint and the other one using my mineral color. And now that they both have been painted, I did switch out my letters, so I do have some other Dollar Tree letters. And what I'm going to do is I am going to go in with these letters, and I'm going to spell one word love on one and peace on the other. That's if I can get these out of the package. So what I'm going to do is start spelling my words. Now that I added my letters, I will go over them later with this wax just to make sure that they stay on there. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to clip off my floral pieces so I can add them. And so now what I'm doing is just gluing down some greenery on each side of the DIY. And so now what I am doing is I'm gluing down my stems. I'm going from the top because I'm going to make it appear that it's a flower pot and that the stems are coming out of the top. And I'm just going to go along the back of the DIY with each stem. As you can see, I did both of them this way. I usually will cover the stems with burlap ribbon, but these will have command strips on them, and so they will be on the wall, and so they will not have to be covered. And I think these turned out really cute. I absolutely love these. And so now I'm getting started with the final piece of the DIY. I'll be using one of these floral stems. I have 4 of these craft sticks. I will be using only 2 of these little wooden cubes, and I will be using 8 of these pieces from this tower game. And so now I'm going to assemble these little wood pieces the way I'm going to glue them. And I'm just going to take one of these little wooden cubes, and on each side I'm going to attach one of these little tower game pieces. And so now that I have everything glued together, I am now going to take these tall craft sticks, and I'm going to glue one to each of the tower pieces, and I'm going to glue them to the end. And so now that I have those glued down, I am now going to take my other piece and I'm going to line the sticks up, and I am going to glue everything down. And so now that everything is glued together, I'm now going to go in and paint it using my chalk paint in the color Truffle. I really like this color. I like how this turned out. And now all I have to do is I'm going to clip down my floral piece, and I'm going to glue the stem right to the little cube that's in the middle. And now I'm just going to try to fluff my florals around. So now that I have finished with the last DIY, I'm going to put everything together, and it all turned out beautiful. My vision for these DIYs today was, when I think of solidarity and when I think of peace, I think of a garden, because how peaceful is a garden? How beautiful is a garden? That's how it is when we all together, we're beautiful. You can plant so many different seeds in the same soil, and they may all grow. They may grow different colors, different sizes, different shapes, but they all from the same soil, and they all grow into this beautiful thing. These signs that I created, love and peace, is a symbol of roots and seeds, and that's why I placed them at the bottom of the planter, because that's where it all come from. The unique piece in the middle was created because sometimes we may stand out, we may be unique, but we all from the same garden of love. We all grow from the same soil. May God bless us all.